We on live? Are we on? Let's see. Okay, we're on live. Yeah, we're on live. Okay, I'm gonna keep this. Hopefully, this works. I'm gonna give y'all a second and sit up right here for any comments that might pop up here. But 1 second, bear with me, y'all. All right, I'll keep this right here and try to see if I can catch the comments as they come in. Uh, Hopefully we could do this the right way. Hold on. Anybody gonna jump on? Okay, I'm just gonna jump right into this. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Hope everyone's having a great day. Um, Tell me where you're watching from. Hit the share button and let's just hang out for a few minutes. While I got that going, I'm struggling right here because I gotta I'm trying to set this up where I could actually see your comments. Um, I've tried this several times and I've had no success. I'm fairly new at this, but again, happy 4th of July. If you want, drop a comment. Tell me where you're watching from. If you're watching a recording still, you can comment. It's this is an interactive thing. Hit the share button and let's hang out for a minute. I got a question. What are y'all doing today to celebrate the 4th of July? What are you guys doing? Are you barbecuing? Are you out at the lake? Are you, of course, everybody's going to watch fireworks, I'm sure of it, but are you watching fireworks or are you just staying home? I know that today's it's a fun day, but I also know that holidays can be hard for people in recovery. It, Holidays were like the worst days for me while I was in my addiction and even a little bit after I started my recovery. Whether you've got 1 day clean or 20 years under your belt, holidays can bring a lot of pressure. Let me ask you this question. How do you protect your recovery on days like today when people are celebrating something? Do you avoid certain places? Do you bring accountability with you? Or do you leave early? Do you go to a meeting before or after? Do you stay connected with your sponsor or your support team, your support system? Hey, Christy, how you doing? Uh, Cleaning. Beto's watching. What's up? What's up, mijo? So let me ask those questions again. Or that question: how do you protect your recovery on days like today? If you're in recovery, anybody's watching, or how do you protect your peace? Do you avoid certain places? Do you bring accountability with you? Do you leave early? Do you go to a meeting before or after? Do you stay connected with your sponsor or your support team? I'm asking those questions too. I love you too, son. Happy 4th of July. So, recovery doesn't happen by accident. That's the part I wanted to get into. It happens because we make decisions before we're in the middle of temptation. We make a decision before we're in the middle of that temptation. You wouldn't wait until the house is on fire to buy an fire extinguisher, would you? No, you prepare. Who else is joining us? Christy says, my son Dylan, who passed, uh, this was his holiday. And Joe Fisher says, hey, brother. Hey, Joel. How you doing, brother? Christy, I know grief is part of recovery, and my heart goes out to you, sister. We're actually coming up on 5 years that my nephew he was killed. He was shot and killed, and we're coming up on the 5 year mark here in about 9 days. So yes, my heart goes out to you, sister, and anybody else that may have just lost somebody, or today marks the day that, hey, a loved one that we lost or just not here with us. Um, Today marks a day. This is a day that my loved one. This was their day. We used to go. We used to go jet skiing, whatever. We used to go out to the lake. We used to barbecue. I get it, and that's why um, I say this: protect. We have to guard our hearts and cherish those as we cherish those memories. And some of us are fresh in recovery, and we're man, the struggle's like real, like for real. That's why I kind of wanted to jump on here and I wanted to reach out to some of y'all. And then some of us are a little bit further in recovery, and I'm kind of just you know trying to get out there to see what the responses are on here. Maybe you can help somebody. How do you deal with days like this if you're in recovery, or if you're dealing with grief even? Um, how do you celebrate? What are the things that you do, to honor your recovery, maybe a lost loved one? Uh, just, throw those things out there, and I'll read those comments. And I see comments on my phone. I have my phone right here, um, and they're supposed to show in the app, but they're not showing. I don't know if you guys could see them, but what's one safeguard you've put in place that's really helped you stay sober or stay healthy? When I say healthy, I'm talking about here and here. What's one safeguard you've put in place to help you out? Um, Me, what I used to do, um, I'm just gonna say this: when I stopped drinking, I stopped drinking at the age of 30. That was a long time ago. But I stopped drinking, and I didn't really openly announce it to everybody. But every time someone would try to hand me a drink, I'd actually I'd tell a lie. I'd say, "Hey, I can't. I'm on medication. I'm on antibiotics." Um, Now, recovery is supposed to be about honesty, but this is before I started working in a recovery program, and I would tell my friends or my loved ones, "Hey, I can't. I'm taking antibiotics." I found a way to keep the beers from coming my way, the drinks from coming my way, until I finally was comfortable with saying, "Hey, man, I don't drink anymore. I quit." So, what are your safeguards? Um, Also, we also touched on this. What's the hardest part about holidays for you? Maybe it's being around alcohol, maybe family drama, or feeling lonely, or missing someone, or maybe it might be financial stress, just trying to get through the day. You're probably not the only one feeling that way. Let's hear it. So let me. I want to remind. Here's one thing I remind myself: God never promised we'd avoid temptation. He promised we wouldn't have to face life alone. That we can't do this alone. And sometimes the strongest thing you can do is say, I'm going to head home. If there's some kind of drama, some kind of, something that you're really struggling with, making that move and making that decision to head out. There's nothing weak about protecting your recovery, saying, hey, I can't do this. I got to go. It's good for me to leave. Um, Sometimes we have to do that. And I'm just reaching out to everybody that's going to be celebrating today. I'm not trying to put a damper on your holiday or anything, but I want you guys to keep your recovery intact and take it with you. Don't leave it at home. Whatever you're doing, by all means, go out and celebrate if you're going to celebrate, but celebrate wisely. Celebrate well. You know what I mean? And if someone's, um, hang on a second. if somebody here is watching and they're spending their very first sober 4th of July, what's one piece of advice that you would give them today? Anybody out there, anybody that's watching, what's one piece of advice that we can give somebody that's watching this out there and this is their first 4th of July clean and sober? Anybody? I'd say this right here for that one person or those few out there that are watching, spending their first sober, clean and sober 4th of July holiday. Um, I tell you this: keep pushing forward and reach out to somebody before you go out that's got some recovery time, that's actually taking their recovery seriously. Sometimes we can get caught up in listening to voices, people or friends or close family or friend or close friends and family that might not realize the impact that just one drink would have on you. I know for me, I stopped lying to myself a long time ago. I can't just have one drink. That drink turns to another drink, and then it turns to another drink, and before you know it, I'm buzzing, and I want more, and then later on, um, history repeats over and over. I end up wanting to go get high after that, and I end up in a lonely place. I end up in a room with other people getting high, people I hardly even know. That's my history. I can't lie to myself anymore. I can't do that. I can't afford to do that. My life is valuable to me now. I didn't care about it back then. And to somebody listening right now, you get out there. Remember that. Your life is valuable. Your life is not over. You might say, I just started, or I just had a relapse. If you just had a relapse, put the dope down. Put the drink down. Whatever it is that you're struggling with, put it down, get up, and keep moving forward. Reach out to somebody. That's the main thing. We can't do this alone. We try to figure this out alone, and we end up failing. We got to get around people that are working their recovery, that are taking their recovery seriously. So, whatever you're doing today, I want you to have fun, be smart, protect your peace, protect your recovery. Don't leave it at home. Take it out there with you. You don't have to throw it in anybody's face, but remember, hey, I'm in recovery. Remember how bad it got when you had that drink or when you were getting high. Remember all the things that happened that were not good. Remember those things. The choices that we make today, they will affect your tomorrow. Remember all of those things. And I'm praying for everybody that they get home safely tonight. Happy 4th of July. Love you guys. God bless you. And I'll catch you on the next podcast.